Hey everybody, welcome to the second video. Congratulations on making it this far. We are ready to jump into our first week of work. So let's get started. Hopefully you found the content tab that has brought you to this Unit 1 area. We'll be in here for the first 2 weeks. I have outlined everything that is due. Remember, we're on a Thursday and Sunday weekly schedule, so make sure you prepare for that. Of course, you're always welcome to turn things in early. Our first assignment is located right here, Essay 1, and this is going to be about introducing arguments. And so before we actually learn to dive deep into argument itself, we need to figure out how to set up our arguments in a way that sets us up to be credible to our readers and also gives our readers the necessary background information to even understand our argument. So for this first paper, you'll be choosing a topic that is debatable, but you're not actually going to debate it yet. You are going to present the background information to that topic. So some of the history of it, some of the definitions, some of the context. Why is it important and relevant today? You'll see all of that information outlined in this Essay 1 assignment, so you can take a closer look at that. For this assignment, you're going to be asked to use academic sources, or what's also known as scholarly sources. So today's video is going to take a few minutes to quickly walk you through how you find academic or scholarly sources. I've got 3 ways I'm going to show you, and hopefully one of these will work for you, if not 2 or all 3 of them. So let's go ahead and jump into scholarly research. The first thing I want to show you is what most people are pretty familiar with is Google. But I'm going to show you a really cool trick in Google, and I'm going to walk through it with you here. So don't mind my typing. Surprisingly, for as much as I write, I'm an awful typer. So I'm going to Google Advanced Search, and that brings me up to the Google Advanced Search. For my example, and you'll see this in the outline as well, I've decided to pick the topic of concealed carry of weapons. And so I'm going to go ahead and just enter my search terms. Okay, now remember that search terms are not in the form of questions, they're in the form of keywords. So go ahead and just figure out what the keywords are for your search. And what I really want to show you, people know about how to do the search terms, is site or domain. And so there are 4 common sites or domains that we're used to: .com, .org, .gov, and .edu. And most people are familiar with those. We're going to search .edu and .govs. For today's time's sake, I'll probably just do .edu, because this means we're only searching for results that come from educational websites. So we're really limiting the type of information that we're going to get back, hopefully to be the usable sources. So I go ahead, if I wanted to limit it even more, I could do a date, a last updated, a region, all types of options here in the advanced search. But for my case, I'm just going to limit it to anything that's a .edu. All right, so I hit my advanced search. Let's see, I still have 120,000 results, which is a lot, but as I look through, I will find concealed carry of firearms, facts versus fiction from Johns Hopkins University, okay? A very prominent and reliable source, so scholarly source. Something from Duke University. Okay, so you'll see that by doing the .edu advanced search, it really limits the results to things that I most likely can use. Not guaranteed, I'd still have to click through these and make sure that they're valuable sources, reliable, credible, but a good starting place as opposed to just a regular Google search, which who knows what it would bring back on concealed carry, all sorts of stuff for me. So that's one place to start. All right. Open up a new tab here and go into Google, and this time I'm going to use Google Scholar. All right, so I click on Google Scholar here, and same thing, I'm going to put in my search terms, and see what concealed carry comes up with. These are absolutely academic sources from scholarly journals. Okay, so these are going to be great. The problem that we run into with Google Scholar is that unless it has this little PDF over here, I do not have access to it through Google Scholar itself, okay? So you'll see that quite a number of these, like these first three, I see them, they may be great for me, but I don't have access to them right now. So if I have a little PDF, then yes. So this looks like a promising article, The Impact of Concealed Carry Laws. And again, for this first paper, I'm just looking for history, background, definitions. I want to set the context of the argument. I'm not going to be arguing itself yet. That will come in one of our papers down the road. So hang on, we'll get there. But right now we're going to learn how to do academic research and set the context for our future arguments. All right. One thing to take note of, if you're going through and you find an article in Google Scholar that looks just awesome and you're like, I've got to get that article, take note of the title and the author, okay? And you can, let's see, if it doesn't have a PDF, here's Second Amendment rights. Let me click on this one, okay? Take note of this article, and I can see that this was in the Journal of American College Health, volume 58, 2009. Here is the author and the information. We may have access to this through the CEI database, through our very own library at the college. So take note of it and know that we may still be able to get it, even if it's not offered to us through Google Scholar itself. All right, so we've got Google Advanced Search, we've got Google Scholar, and now the third avenue for academic research is the College of Eastern Idaho Library. So what I'm going to do is I'm at our CEI website. I'm going to go to Current Student, click on Library right over here, and on the left side you'll see Database Searches. Okay, that's what we want to do. We want to search the databases. Fortunately for technology, we don't have to actually walk to the library or drive to the library anymore. We can just have it all here at our fingertips. Very exciting. For our purposes, we're going to use the EBSCOhost databases. Now, this is a whole collection of databases. This is not a singular one. It's many, many databases put into one. It's a very good general place to start. All right, ready? Here's your user ID and password to access off campus. Everybody write this down. The user ID is EITC. They haven't updated it yet. All right. Our password, very secret word, ready? The password is library. 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 All right. So username, iTech. Oops, make sure I spelled that right. Password, library. Get that in there. I'm not going to say for now. Once I'm in here, I'm going to go to EBSCOhost databases. Click on that. Now it's going to ask me which databases within EBSCOhost do I actually want to search. Academic Search Premier and Masterfile Premier are the two really kind of generalist databases that are a good starting place for what we're working on right now. You can scroll down and you'll see that there's consumer medication information, Health Watch, Business Source Premier. So down the road, depending on what type of information you're looking for, what type of research you're doing, you may end up using some of those. But for kind of the general information, general databases, we'll use those two. I hit continue, and then it will bring me to my search screen. Okay, so I am now, again, concealed carry. Okay, and I would like to limit my results to full text and scholarly journals. All right, there's a lot of other options in here right now. I'm not too worried about those at this time. I'm going to go ahead and hit search and see what I get back. All right. I have some information about congressional legislation, constitutional law, college campuses, deterring crime. So this may be some really good sources for me. All right, and you'll see right below at the bottom of the information, the abstract, is the full text PDF. All right, so for this first paper, we're looking at a minimum of 3 sources, academic sources, and those 3 ways to search: Google Advanced Search, Google Scholar, and EBSCOhost, Academic Search Premier, and Masterfile Premier will be great starting places. All right. So sometimes what I do if I've got a few topics that I can't quite decide on, I'll start doing some informal searches, see what's turning back the best results, what might be the easiest topic to work on. We don't want to make this assignment more difficult than it needs to be, right? So let's pick topics that are conducive to doing academic research. And so by doing some initial quick searches, you'll see what's out there and what isn't. And then you're going to post your topic in the discussion board by Sunday, just so I can check on how everybody's doing, seeing what topics you're thinking about, and that will also help me give you some guidance and steer you in the right direction. If you have any questions, reach out and let me know. I'm here to help, and I can't wait to see what you guys find out there.